You've seen this happen. And you've probably been the one looking away. A conversation becomes intense. A superior, a peer, or even a stranger holds your gaze a second longer than you expected. And in that microsecond, you feel a sudden, internal pressure to glance at the floor, your notes, or your phone. It feels like a physical weight pressing down on your eyelids. That microsecond? That is where your authority leaks. I am Grace, and this is Trinity English Scholar. If you are tired of being the one who breaks the tension first, if you are tired of feeling like a subordinate in your own skin, you are in the right chamber. Before we deconstruct the mechanics of ocular geometry, you must register your alignment. Like this frame and subscribe to the Trinity English Scholar curriculum. This is not a request, it is a ritual of synchronization. If you intend to govern your social terrain, your presence must be documented in this jurisdiction. For those ready to follow the eye-tracking drills live, the Social Strategy Field Manual PDF is linked below. It is your technical guide to visual dominance. Open it now. Today, we resolve a fundamental flaw in human interaction: the belief that the person who talks the most has the power. They are wrong. Power is governed by the precise mathematical calibration of how much visual data you consume versus how much you provide. Let's look at a moment where status is surrendered before a word is even spoken. The scenario: you are presenting a proposal. A senior partner interrupts you mid-sentence. He leans forward, his eyes narrow, and he asks, "Why should we trust your numbers when your last project was over budget?" The non-Trinity scholar, he uses visual submission. The moment the question hits, his eyes flick down to his desk. He is searching for the correct answer in his notes. When he finally looks back up, his eyes are searching for a nod of approval. He blinks rapidly, signaling a spike in cortisol. Our analysis of the non-Trinity posture identifies this as ocular flight. Because he looked down, he signaled that the partner's words had enough mass to physically move his gaze. He has provided a soft target. The Trinity scholar, she utilizes the 70/30 rule. As the partner speaks, she does not look at her notes. She remains the still point around which his movement occurs. 70% listening, while the partner attacks, she maintains 70% eye contact. She consumes his data without blinking. 30% speaking, when she responds, she drops her eye contact to 30%. She looks at the middle distance. Our analysis of the Trinity posture reveals visual sovereignty. By looking away while speaking, she signals that her thoughts are more important than his reaction. She is the judge, he is the variable. To master the still point, you must treat your eyes as technical instruments. Let us practice the sovereign pivot. This requires 22 minutes of technical repetition. You will look at the camera for a count of 7 while I speak. Do not blink. Then, when it is your turn to repeat the phrase, you will look slightly past the camera, into the middle distance. Drill 1, the absolute state repeat, the projection. Pause 1.5 seconds, is absolute. Drill 2, the synchronized variable repeat, the variables. Pause 1.5 seconds, are synchronized. Drill 3, the non-discretionary protocol repeat, the protocol. Pause 1.5 seconds, is non-discretionary. Observe your reflection in the camera. If your eyelids fluttered, your biometric stasis is broken. You are leaking effort. We will repeat these cycles for the next 15 minutes to lock the ocular muscles into the Trinity standard. Walkthrough 1, the high-stakes introduction. The scenario: you are introduced to a high-net-worth individual. They offer a brief, dismissive hello and then wait in silence. The non-Trinity scholar, he maintains 100% eye contact, smiling too much, nodding his head to fill the silence. He asks, "It's such an honor to meet you, I've followed your work for years. How is the gala tonight?" Our analysis of the non-Trinity posture reveals visual pleading combined with linguistic overextension. By refusing to break the gaze first and over-explaining his excitement, he has identified himself as a fan. In the geometry of power, a fan can never be a partner. He has surrendered the higher ground by proving his attention is cheap. The Trinity Scholar, she catches their eye for exactly 2 seconds, a hard anchor. She does not smile, she acknowledges. Then, she slowly rotates her head to look at the room, effectively deprioritizing the individual. She states, "The assembly has a notable density." Our analysis of the Trinity posture reveals ocular dismissal. Because she looked away first without breaking her composure, she forced the other party to feel the social vacuum. She has inverted the hierarchy, they must now speak to earn her gaze back. Walkthrough 2, the salary negotiation, the blink lock. The scenario, the recruiter leans back and says, "This is the absolute highest we can go. Take it or leave it." The non-Trinity Scholar, he looks at his lap to think. Then he looks back with soft eyes. He says, "I understand the budget constraints, but I was really hoping for something closer to the market average." Our analysis of the non-Trinity posture identifies ocular flight. By looking at his lap, he admitted the recruiter's take it or leave it had enough mass to physically move him. He has confirmed their number has power over his state. The Trinity Scholar, she maintains the 70% listening rule. She does not blink. She holds the gaze for 5 full seconds of silence after the recruiter finishes. She does not move a single facial muscle. Then, she slowly pivots her gaze to the wall behind the recruiter and says, "The valuation is incongruent with the market trajectory." Our analysis of the Trinity posture shows jurisdictional control. By looking at the wall, she made the salary a technical, external problem, not a personal favor. The recruiter is forced to blink first because the silence becomes a technical audit they are failing. Walkthrough 3, breaking social tension. The scenario, someone makes a passive-aggressive joke about your brave professional choices in front of a group. The non-Trinity Scholar, he laughs nervously, looks at the ground, then looks at the other people in the group to see if they are laughing too. Our analysis of the non-Trinity posture reveals social referencing. He is checking the herd to see if he is still safe. He has accepted the role of the victim and broadcast his insecurity to every witness. The Trinity Scholar, she does not laugh. She turns her head slowly, the still point, and looks at the Joker's forehead, the hard anchor. She stays there for a count of 4, perfectly still. Then, without a word, she returns her gaze to the person she was originally speaking to. Our analysis of the Trinity posture shows ocular deconstruction. By looking at the forehead, she treated the Joker like a technical specimen, not a social peer. She deleted the joke by refusing to acknowledge its status as humor. Let us summarize the delta between the laborer and the scholar. The non-Trinity Scholar, he operates from an intro anchor of pure observation. He says you've seen this, but he never owns his own leakage. His listening gaze is typically less than 40%. He is easily distracted by his own internal anxiety. When he speaks, his gaze spikes to 90% because he is pleading for validation. He is thirsting for a connection he hasn't earned. The Trinity Scholar, she operates from a personal anchor. She acknowledges, you've been the one looking away. She takes ownership of the biometric state. Her listening gaze is a locked 70%, the anchor. She is the consumer of data. But when she speaks, her gaze drops to 30%. She is sovereign and internal. She does not look for opportunities, she makes herself the point of focus. This is the shift from social participation to social engineering. We resolve the riddle. Why does the person who looks away win? Because of visual consumption. The person who looks the most is the consumer. The person who is looked at is the product. By utilizing the 70/30 rule, you become the consumer of their data, while remaining a scarce resource yourself. You are not a billboard, you are a vault. Document your analysis of the 70/30ths rule in the comments. Download the Session 1 PDF to begin your ocular anchor drills. I am Grace. At Trinity English Scholar, we don't speak to be heard, we speak to be the only thing worth listening to. See you in the next frame. 1. The 70/30ths drill. In your next conversation, consciously look at the other person more while they talk than while you talk. 2. The no blink challenge. Practice the hard anchor for 30 seconds in the mirror while stating a technical fact from the PDF. 3. Analysis observation. Write a 3-sentence analysis. Our analysis of the geometry reveals that subject maintained visual dominance through ocular anchor.